Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Morning Rain podcast. I have a very special guest here today, Olivia Rose.
Hi.
I think that name is so pretty.
Thank you.
This is a little bit different. You're probably wondering where we are. We're actually at the Orange County Public Library.
Great.
They have like a podcast studio, they have a photo studio, they have like VR driving simulation. They have a lot of cool stuff that I did not know about until I did a simple Google search, but still, I thought we should try it out today because it's pretty legit. It's pretty cool. They have these really nice like LED lights. We have made them purple, yellow, blue, and I guess like another purple or pink. But it's really cool. It's also nice because they use basically the same equipment I do, so I didn't have to bring any of my stuff. It's also like completely soundproof, so nobody can like hear on the outside, which is crazy. And like you book it, so no one will like be coming in. There's no interruptions or anything. You guys should come to the Orange County Library and check it out. It sounds like a sponsorship.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like sponsored by Orange County Library.
Right. No, obviously not sponsored, but I do think it's really cool, and all of it is free. You just have to get a library card and do the orientation.
Yeah.
Like, so I just want to put you guys on.
Just a little side note.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so Olivia Rose, you have SoCal, right?
Yes.
And it's like a media agency. There's also like a part of photography on there. We're going to get into that. I wanted to do a little icebreaker.
Okay.
This is a really funny story, and you're probably not going to believe me, but I have a witness, Raquel. Look who I got on the podcast. You'll understand in a minute. Okay. So do you know it's like Bakery 10 or something?
Oh, 1800 or
Yes.
1802? Or
Yeah.
something? Yeah.
Something like that. Okay. You posted a TikTok about wanting like models, right? And it went pretty viral on TikTok. A lot of Orlando people saw
A
it.
lot.
That's where we're based, right? So not only me, but a lot of other people I knew and a lot of people Raquel knew commented on that TikTok, okay? And about 2 days later, me and Raquel, we are going to Bakery, whatever it's called. I cannot remember.
Yeah.
And we were trying it out for the first time. And I'm like, Raquel, do you know who that is? And she's like, no, who is that? I'm like, that's the girl that posted the TikTok about the models.
God.
And it was so funny because she was like, oh my God, go talk to her. I'm like, no. Not because I didn't want to, but I was like, that's weird, right? Like, what if I went up there and was like, hey, so I saw what you posted and like, whatever, right? And so
funny.
it is really funny because seeing you at the bakery, I don't know why I was like, well, maybe I'll just like message her about being on the podcast. Like, I thought it was really cool. And yeah, anyway, so Raquel, little shout out to you. Look who I got on the podcast. She wanted me to say hi so bad, and I was like, I don't have it in me. I don't have it into you.
I think it was just my boyfriend.
You were, yeah. And I was like, they're like on a date. Like, I'm not gonna bother them.
No,
like,
you're good.
Yeah, no, but I thought that was so funny, and I don't know if I would have like thought of asking you to be on the podcast if I didn't see you that day, just because like. I was like, I just was, like I had messaged about the modeling thing, but I was like, I mean.
I got thousands.
Thousands. You did.
Thousands. And like literally my main Instagram, my SoCal Instagram, my SoCal Battery Instagram, my Spam Instagram, my SoCal TikTok, my main TikTok, literally everywhere I got. And I was like I know I asked for this, but I was like, oh,
right, like you didn't expect the volume. Yeah, it
so
went
exciting.
Yeah, it went crazy.
Yeah. I think it's at like 70K.
Oh my God.
So it's like it's a lot. For me, it's a lot.
Right, yeah, because like it's one thing to have a video and go viral, but your video was kind of like, I want people to do this for me, and people delivered, and then you were like, whoa, holy crap.
Because I feel like I post TikToks like that, and like it'll get one comment, and I'm like, like people actually engaged in it, which like usually when like a TikTok goes viral and like people aren't engaging with it, it doesn't really profit you in any way.
Right.
But like I gained like 800 new followers, and like all my Instagrams gained like hundreds of followers.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, so people were actually engaging with it, and I was trying my best to engage with them, because that's like a really important thing to do when like you have engagement.
Right.
And so yeah, it was insane.
Yeah, it was crazy. I cannot believe I saw you 2 days later. I was like, this is so weird.
Yeah, that's like meant to be.
Yeah, I think so too.
I literally think everything happens for a reason.
I think so too.
Like I have to live for the hope of it all.
No way. Oh my God. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm getting a tattoo at the end of July.
Okay.
And mine is like a little bow and arrow for the archer on Lover.
So cute.
I know. But I am such a big believer in that too, that everything happens for a reason. Like that is, I literally have talked about that in episodes too. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so we're going to get into the questions I have. Today is more business company focused because you have your own business and company, and I want to talk about that. I know we kind of just did episodes on that, but this is a different market. You know, this is a different industry, and you're not really like, it's not a product, right? It's not like something she's making these photos, she's selling the photos, but it's a little bit different than jewelry. So I wanted to tap into this. Okay, I did a little bit of research. I do on all my guests. So in high school, you did performing arts theater, right? Yes. Did that influence like what you wanted to do, or photography in any way?
I think it is the only reason why I wanted to do like what I do, which is crazy because it's like, it's not necessarily similar to performing arts, because like performing arts I was in a very, very small school. So like basically my sophomore year, we came up with performing arts, and like we didn't have an auditorium. We didn't have like anything. The choir would perform in my teacher's room, like the teacher that came up with performing arts. He was a history teacher, and then he like asked to like move over to performing arts because that's like what his degree was in. And I would love to thank him for like, I think he's the reason why I also wanted to do this, because sophomore year through senior year, like I was in this club, and my first year they made me the PR manager or something like that. So I took care of like the Instagram, the TikTok, the posters. Like I was the girl for advertisement. And like I've always loved social media. I've always loved posting. When I was like 10 years old, I had YouTube, as we all did. And so like I loved media in itself, but I wanted to be a lot of things. Right. But like I wanted to do cosmetology for a while because I do love like beauty and stuff like that. And then he made me the PR manager, and I created an Instagram, I created a TikTok, and I just loved doing it. I loved making like content creation to like help build our club, and so people would actually like come to our productions that were held in the gym. It was so cute. I loved it. And so then the next year I was still doing it, but it was gaining a lot more popularity.
Oh, okay.
And so like people, like all the clubs started making Instagrams and all that stuff. So like I started a movement.
You did. You did.
Yeah. Moral of the story, like that club got me into like social media and like digital media and stuff. For the executive council, which is like our student council, I created an Instagram for that as well.
Okay.
Fast forward to I graduated a couple months later. Me and my boyfriend were sitting in a parking lot, and we were having a very deep conversation, and I was just like, I want to do more. I don't want to just be like a social media manager. I want to do more. Like I love content shoots. Those are probably my favorite, like branding shoots, and like helping businesses in any way I can. And so that's when ChatGPT came into a lot of conversations, basically figuring out like what is it that like I wanted to do. And I realized I want to do it. I want to be a creative director. Okay. And I want to own my own creative agency. And that's how all that came to be. It was a very long process, but I definitely think back to your question.
Oh, yeah.
Performing arts, like very different. It's not necessarily media and it's not
Right.
necessarily photography, but I was put in that position
Mm-hmm.
that I got so much love for.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why.
Yeah.
Performing arts.
Well, that in itself too is very creative and
yeah.
yeah,
100%.
funny enough, I was kind of the same in high school. I got transferred to a brand new school. We were the first graduating class, like right by Dr. Phillips, like Buena Vista.
Oh.
Yeah, and they like put one of my electives as the school news, and I'd never done it before. But same way, like I had loved social media. I had the YouTube account at 10, like same boat. And that made me really decide like, okay, I want to do media. I want to do broadcasting TV. And I did the social media for some of the boys' sports teams. And at the time, because it was brand new, there wasn't really students doing the social media. It was more the teachers. And the volleyball coach was like, I'm going to give this to you because this seems like your alley. I didn't know about volleyball, right? But I needed those community service hours. And I was like, I just want to do whatever you'll let me. And she let me do that. And I fell in love with that too. And it started to become really fun. And more students started to run social media accounts for the sports, and basically all in all the same thing. I don't think if I took the school news I would have figured out like, okay, this is what I want to do. It's also like you figure out that's what you want to do, and it's like, well, might as well start now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like might as well do my own thing and build it up than get hired by a company that's already successful and not really have like a voice or
like what a lot of people say is because they're like, why are you starting your own creative agency? Why don't you just like try to get hired at your own creative agency or like another, like a popular one?
Right.
I'm like, first, I'm only 19 and I don't have much background. I do have like, you know, I do have stuff to prove. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But like, nobody wants to hire somebody that doesn't have like a bachelor's degree and like all this bougie stuff. So like I'm just like, why can't I start my own? That's my goal in life, and I want to take my time with it, and I want to have my own digital agency. So why not start now?
Yeah,
it might be small, it might not have many clients, but as the time goes on, it will build, and eventually I will get to that point where like I'm the CEO. I have people working with me, and like that's like the most exciting thing is like you get to it's not like 1 year you just decide like I'm gonna do it and it's gonna be super popular. It takes so many years and so much time and so much effort. So I'm like, I don't want to work at somebody else's. I want my own. That's like my career. That's what I want to do. I want to be a business owner. So
yeah, I feel like also too, it's not like you don't do it going into it like I'm doing this for the money or I'm doing this because like it's like, no, I have the passion for it. Do you go to college? Are you in college? I ask this because a lot of people take the college route when it's things like podcasting or the creative agency. It's like you don't need that degree to start. And so I couldn't find anything on if you went to college or not. So I was like, let me ask.
Yeah, that part I keep a secret. Okay, so I did enroll in Valencia.
Okay.
I was doing Valencia first semester and second semester.
Okay.
I was doing really good. I'm not a school person whatsoever. Okay. Like I barely showed up in high school. Like until I was in performing arts and like I actually like needed to be there.
Right.
Which that's another thing that I love about performing arts. It really made me want to go to school. But I am not a school person. I don't like schoolwork. I don't like any of that. So I did Valencia. I was doing really, really good. And then I went on a trip and it was towards the end of the semester where they asked for like the essays and stuff. So I did an essay and my teacher swore up and down I used ChatGPT. And I was like, no, I didn't. Like I was fighting with her in email. I was like, I did not. It was a personal essay. I wrote about my first tattoo. I was like, I'm sorry.
That your first?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know where you got I use ChatGPT. It's a personal essay. I can't just like, if I was gonna write all that to give to ChatGPT and he write it, like at that point I should have just wrote it. So I'm like, I wrote my essay. I love writing.
Gosh.
Like I've always loved writing and I always loved doing essays. And when it's about me, I'm like, yes, I will write it. So like I wrote it and then she was like, spam emailing me like, I will give you one more chance, you need to rewrite it, blah 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 blah. I was like, the only thing I did was put it into Grammarly, is to like check my grammar,
right, which everybody does,
which in her like rubric it said you could do that, and she was just like, no, you can't do that. And I sent her rubric where it says you can, and she said not with final essays, and I'm like, where does it say that?
And
so like I refused to rewrite it, and that kind of like I went on my trip and I came back and genuinely school was like the last thing in my mind.
Yeah.
So I didn't do good that semester because it was like pretty much halfway and like all my grades dropped. I was like, dang, I'm like, I can't believe I did that. But I felt so unmotivated. Fast forward, I didn't do so good, but I was like, you know what? I have FAFSA. Let me go second semester. I only did 2 classes. I did a business and I did English comp again because that's what I like failed in. Again, like I did really good until I just truly like could not do it anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do this. And I was doing online too. So it was like nobody was like forcing me to like go in and do it. And so I genuinely just stopped. And then I wanted to do this summer. And then I was like, I can't do that. I'm wasting these people's time. I'm wasting the government's money. Like I can't do it. So I kind of withdrawed from school. And I am looking into doing like Orange Tech and doing photography just so I can learn more about like my camera and more about photography itself because that's something I also want to do for like my career.
I've said this before too. I think, I said it in the episode I did, Advice Sessions, College and Education. Go watch that if you haven't. But I said like, college is not needed, especially for fields like this. If you have experience and you have your portfolio built, especially the younger you start, that degree is not gonna like wait, what is that word? Equivalate?
Yeah,
it's not
equivalent.
I don't think that's right. Okay, that degree, let's say that. What the hell? Okay, that degree is not equal all the work you have built up, all the skills you've learned by being hands-on and doing it.
I will never say no to college. Like if I truly think there's a time in my life where like I think I can be consistent and actually like, you know, not waste my time, I will 100% go back. I don't think it's bad to go to college. I just think my career right now is just like it's not needed.
Right.
And you know, I could go to technical college and learn more about media and stuff, which will literally be like 6 months.
Yeah.
So I'm like, might as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you come up with how did you come up with the name for your media agency?
Okay, so like it was in the air for like a while because I had my own personal creative direction account where it was Olivia Rose Socials. And so I wanted my creative agency. I didn't want my name in it because I'm just like, I don't know. I just didn't want it to be like Olivia's agency. Like I didn't want it to be something like that. So me and my boyfriend were sitting at like our pool area at our apartments and I came up with Social Battery and I was like, I love that. I think it like brings in like the social media, digital, and then my thing is like everybody needs a social battery when it comes to their business and their
like
brand.
Smart, it's witty.
Yeah, and so like I went on Instagram to see if that was a thing because I'm like I feel like that's a thing because like it's social battery. Like I feel like somebody had to come up with that. Luckily, like no other agency really came up with it, but someone did have the name, and it was probably from I think the post was from like 2011, and you know when it's like that, like you'll never get that name unless you like ask Instagram or something, which that's a process in itself. And so we were sitting there and I was like, dang, like I really like Social Battery, but I almost feel like it's like on the nose, like it's so like you could have done better.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
And so we were sitting there. I was like, let's play around with like the letters. Let's play around with like, you know, changing it up a little bit to things that sound like it. And me and my boyfriend at the same time said SoCal.
No way.
Yeah. And I was like, what the heck? And again, everything happens for a reason. Like I said that we both said that on purpose. And so, because he's actually from California and California is like such a special place for us. Like I love California so much, and like his family's from there. Half of his family lives there currently. We've talked about moving there eventually in a couple years once like, you know, the economy goes down a little bit.
Right.
So like we both love California so much, and he's 100% like part of my business as much as I am because he helps me with so much, and he's such a businessman. It's kind of like an homage to him. Like he's from California, so SoCal Battery.
Aww.
The little like catchphrase we have is like, you need a social battery, meaning you need SoCal Battery.
Right.
So
okay, cute.
I don't know. Like I liked it, and I liked that it was different, and it was like it plays on to social battery.
Yeah.
But SoCal, that's the only thing, is a lot of people think I'm based in California.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the only issue I run into.
That's funny. Wow. No, I really liked the name. I thought it was
Thank
really original.
you.
SoCal kind of sounds like social anyway. So I think that was really smart. Explain to me what your business does.
The best way to describe it, it's a creative powerhouse. The goal of SoCal Battery is a business, a brand, a person, a creator, quite literally anybody can hire SoCal Battery to take care of all creative needs. And so the whole purpose is like, so you don't have to hire a photographer, you don't have to hire a videographer, all these different brands, all these different businesses you have to hire for your business. Instead, you hire SoCal and we literally take care of everything. As far as SoCal, we take care of obviously the photography, because we have like the photography creative arm from it, and videography, content creation, social media management, content shoots is like my big thing right now, because SoCal is like still kind of in the works. Obviously my photography is like open, running, launched, but SoCal I am taking a little bit longer to launch, just because I want to figure out exactly what I want to do, because I don't want to I want to take my time, because if I like run into it, then like I'm going to end up doing things I don't want to do. And then I'm going to be stuck, because I don't want to like rebrand like right after I launched. My main thing is content shoots right now and branding shoots. It's just helping like businesses and brands build their online presence. And yeah, I am so excited, because I've had like a lot of people I'm doing almost like a service for just to like help build my portfolio for SoCal, and like we're gonna do content shoots for them, so it's super exciting to see that content coming soon.
That is okay. Well, that kind of brings me perfectly into my next question. It's out of your 2 SoCal accounts, the photography one has more followers. So did that account start earlier, or why do you think it has more followers?
Honestly, I think SoCal Battery Photography has more because of that video. Like, genuinely.
Yeah, okay.
So it started, I definitely had SoCal Battery before, because SoCal Battery Photography was always supposed to like be like a creative arm for more like branding shoots. And I did always want to hire like a beginner photographer to work with me, so I could focus on like SoCal Battery, and then have my photography or my photographer like do the photography part of it. And I've always wanted to have like a photography line that does like regular photo shoots and does like branding shoots and all that kind of sort. And I did end up hiring somebody, and we were working. It's just like her schedule was so insane, and it was so hard to like find time. And like, as much as I know like SoCal is like, it's a smaller business and it's working its way up, but I needed somebody who wanted to actually like commit to it.
Yeah.
And she had her own photography, so I like I didn't want her to feel like I'm like stealing her time and stealing all that. So we came to a conclusion that like she's gonna do her own thing, I'm gonna do my own thing, and if time comes back and like we want to work back together, we can 100% do that. And so I was like, I still want to do photography. And so I ended up just buying the camera using Klarna, because it was very expensive.
Yeah.
And I ended up buying the camera, and then I just started learning how to use it and learned how to edit, and it came natural. Like, I don't toot my own horn, but I was like, wait, I know what I'm doing. ChatGPT and TikTok really showed me. And so like and so I started doing that, and I think once I posted that video, I've gotten like so many new followers, so many more clients, and like I think that's why, back to your question, I get so off topic. I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologize. It's great.
But I think like, yeah, the photography has more, just because like that's a service I'm providing right at the moment. And SoCal, I'm not exactly providing services at the moment.
What was the process of creating this business and adding photography to it?
The process, like, so the process of adding photography?
Yeah, like, and just like creating the business. You just talked about how you got the name. You just talked about the idea of wanting to do more, and that's where the business came into play. You said you're still not fully launched with SoCal, so what is what has that been like?
It's kind of been a long process, just because like I'm like I said, like I'm taking my time just because I don't want to do anything wrong. So I'm kind of learning from like other agencies and like how they work. Friendly competition, nothing crazy. But yeah, like I just also don't know if I have like everything that I want to launch the business, and I also want to come up with like a launch date and do like a cute little like launch dinner with everybody
Oh,
and something cute like
fun.
that.
Yeah.
And so like I as far as the process, it's been fun, and I've been trying to like I almost want to do like, day 1 of trying to create a creative, not even trying, creating a digital
Yeah.
agency at 19 and stuff. So I've been doing like little TikToks like that, but
Mhm.
the photography was so overwhelming for a second, so I
Right, because of that
paused.
video. Isn't that
Yeah, I
crazy?
know. And
Mhm.
that's why social media is so important. And this is why
Yes.
people like I tell people like literally if you're going to do anything, do social media. It's
Yeah.
free. You don't have to buy anything like business cards and stuff. Like it's literally free and
Mhm.
it's so good. And that's
Yeah.
why you need to hire SoCal because we know that. I know that. But yeah, so it's been long and it's been fun. I hope to have honestly, my goal is to launch SoCal
Mhm.
by like August or September. Maybe even late July, but that's coming up, and like I might do like a soft launch and then fully launch in August,
Mhm.
but we'll see when
Yeah.
time goes.
Okay. Well, so how do you decide what to post on social media specifically so that it will grow your account? Do you have kind of like a game plan or a strategy to do this like quickly?
Yeah, like okay, so
I know that was kind of a loaded
no,
question.
you're good, you're good. So as far as strategy, I'm a type B person.
Okay.
So like I'm a type C person because I am
Okay.
like so organized. Like I have my planner, I
Mhm.
have all my content trackers, everything. Doesn't mean I use them. I've been really good with my planner though, but I honestly I brain dump. That is
Mhm.
my biggest strategic, however else you want to call it. I brain dump. I will open up a Google Doc, put in
Uh-huh.
my cute fonts, put in my
Okay.
cute colors, and I will sit there just like brain dumping. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I'll be like, SoCal battery content, and I'll sit there, all the kind of
Oh, okay,
content I
yeah.
want to
Mhm.
make,
Mhm.
and then I'll go one by one. Like, what does this content like need? Like, what trending audios are there? What's some like
Mm.
special notes I need? Like,
Okay.
I kind of come up with like content trackers, and it's always like different websites. I've never found one that I truly love. So I always end up on Google Docs because it can't go
Yeah.
wrong.
Mhm.
And so as far as like a strategy I use for like as far as my social media, I brain dump. As far as
Mhm.
other people's, I definitely like do so much research
Right.
on like a
Mhm.
business or a brand. I'll sit there watching what they've done for their social medias and like
Mhm.
their bios, their highlights. You literally take in everything and anything. And I always start with social media audits.
Mhm.
So, social media audits are basically rebranding your account.
Okay.
Because a lot of people like, they'll have like their colors and everything, but something is just like not super consistent, and
Yeah.
that is the biggest thing with social media is being consistent.
Yeah.
Engaging and consistency are the most important words
Mhm.
I think anybody ever needs to hear. So as far as growing accounts, like I said, you need to have like that consistent brand
Mhm.
with like if you're going to stick to these colors, stick to these colors. If you're
Mhm.
going to stick to these videos, stick to these videos. Because have you seen hot hair on your TikTok?
Probably.
It's like a salon in Tampa, and
Okay.
there's this basically this marketing agency called Edgely,
Okay.
and they have, I'm sure you've seen it, they're Florida based, so they like they do point 0.5 videos at all their businesses and their
Oh,
brands.
okay.
Hot hair, they go in every day and they literally have an iPhone and they film in point 0.5 all the content, and then
Mhm.
they put it into a video. It could literally be about nothing, just like them randomly talking, them
Really?
doing hair, like whatever. And
Uh-huh.
these videos blow up because Edgely has a consistent, it's known for the point 0.5 videos. Opa's on iDrive, they also have Edgely, and hot hair, and Kava's tacos. Always good to have something you're known for.
Right.
And so if someone saw that video, they'd be like, Edgely did that, you know?
Mhm.
Not necessarily making the same content,
Right.
but doing almost the same sort of things.
Mhm.
Because if someone's gonna follow you, they're gonna follow you because that one video you did about get readies with me's.
Right,
So
and they wanna see more of
exactly,
that. Mhm.
exactly. There's not necessarily like a thing I could tell you like post this with this audio at this
Right.
time. Like
Mhm.
that's not gonna work.
Right. We talked about that in the episode that came out recently with Angeli and Daniela. It's like those scheduled times that everyone says to post at, they don't work. They don't.
And a lot of people, I'm so sorry.
No.
A lot of people think that there's like, if you post at 6 a.m. on Tuesday with this trending audio, with this caption, with this many hashtags, you're going to go viral. Literally, going viral is such a lottery system, and there's nothing you can do. People truly think like good lighting, this. It could literally be anything you go viral with. It's just what the algorithm thinks,
right?
And like the only reason you guys see like Alex Earl going viral and this and that, because she's already have a platform and people already engage with her, and so people look at like these people and they're just like, oh, well, that's how they got viral, so I'm gonna do that. No, it's because they already have those followers, and so that is the main goal, is to like get those followers and build your brand or your business or your own account. If you're gonna be a lifestyle girly, you're gonna post your get ready with me's, your OOTDs, little vlogs, but you need to be consistent with that, because if you post that and then somebody follows you and then you go post like a, I don't know, like a car video, they're gonna be like, this is not why I followed you.
Right.
You're gonna lose followers. So
interesting.
Yeah. There's not like a secret I can tell, and maybe I just don't know the secret. Like maybe there is a secret, but from what I know, just like always being on social media and learning about digital media and everything about that, there's no secret. TikTok will tell.
Right. Yeah. Also, Alex Earl posted for about 2 years before she blew up. So,
and a lot of people like Sabrina Carpenter has been posting, doing music, been doing music. Disney Channel. My sister used to be obsessed with her and saw her in concert in like this little venue.
I know,
it takes so much time and effort, and she never stopped. And look at where she's at now. One of the biggest pop stars. So
for real. What are your short-term and long-term goals for your brand and your company? Short term, like by the end of the month.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Long term, like 2 to 5 years from now.
Okay. So SoCal Battery, by the end of the month, I want to know a launch date, and I want to launch my business. Honestly, that's like the biggest goal. Have somewhat of a clientele. Long term goal, I want to be like, honestly, out of my 9-to-5 job, I want to only be focusing on SoCal Battery and SoCal Battery photography. And I just want that business, honestly, to just be growing. And I don't care if I have like hundreds of clients. Like, that's not the main goal. As much, money's great. Money's amazing. Money pays the bills. But I want to just build my business. I want it to be known, and I want it to be like when you come to Florida, or if you have a business in Florida, you're just like, oh, maybe we should hire SoCal. Like, I want it to be talked about.
Right. Okay, well, this is actually like my last question, and I feel like we haven't even been talking for that long. Guys, I'm a little nervous about this. I think because I sent you the questions. Yeah. So your business is about helping brands building their online presence and their engagement. What do you suggest for my brand and my podcast?
Okay. So
guys, what if she's like, it sucks and
you
need to change
it's so
everything?
Good. No, it's truly.
No, but I do want you to be honest.
Okay.
Because, for a little backstory, I think I literally just told you this, but I started this podcast like a year ago now.
Yeah.
And I've only really finally been consistent like in May or even June. So there's all this time that's gone by where a podcast episode has come out like once every 2 months or something. And there was all this time wasted that could have been building up followers and engagement that I just didn't take advantage of. Now I finally am. And look at that. 3 videos have gone viral on Instagram. Yes. I will say they have nothing to do with my podcast. So that's a little worrisome. But now that I'm being consistent, I am like seeing better results. So okay, go ahead. Sorry. Just a little backstory.
No, you're all good. So Ava did send me the questions, and I did see this question. So I wanted to truly like I said earlier, like I do research on my accounts, just like she did research on me. Found out I was in the performing arts club.
Yeah, I was like, I hope she doesn't think I'm a stalker.
No,
but like
you're good. I needed post about it, so
right. Like fine. I needed to know.
Yeah. And so I kind of like took a look at like your TikTok, your Instagram, your YouTube, and honestly, I think you're doing so good. Like the consistency I see on your account is
now.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like from like when you texted me and like from now, like you've been so consistent.
Yeah,
and
I've really been like
that's so
trying
good. That is
so hard.
The main
Right,
thing.
right.
As far as like helping your podcast grow, like you said, you post other videos like
the Love Island ones.
Yes.
Those do well.
And that's good. You want to build like a connection with your audience. So you're not just posting about your podcast, right? So it's really good that you do that. I just also think that like you do have to, again, like what I was kind of saying earlier, like with your podcast, you just have to be consistent with your podcast and posting about it. Some videos here and there, all good. They're gonna go viral, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So, okay, I actually had 2 Love Island videos go viral, but the first one I posted went like, it's the most viral on TikTok. And even that, I gained like 20 followers just from that. And I was like, okay, that's good. Little nervous because I don't post about that all the time. On Instagram, it's doing a lot better. I've had 3 videos go like viral. That's really over 100,000 views, like, and those were not about my podcast. Again, those were the 2 about Love Island. One was about Taylor Swift. But I've gained like from those 3, I've gained like 50 to 60 followers from that.
That's really good. Yeah.
So yeah.
It's like it's a way to, again, like get followers and stuff because you're posting. That's the thing. A lot of viral content is selfless content.
Right.
And so like a lot of people, like if you're posting a how to, I don't know, like things that people can relate to, that's a lot of the things that go viral. Just because people, if you're posting about like your outfit of the day, like unless it's like inspiration,
right, or crazy, like your outfit is
exactly. People are just like, girl, I don't really care.
Yeah.
And so like, or like if you're posting a get ready with me, but you're just like, okay, get ready with me. This is my this, and then you're not talking about something because a lot of people have learned, and I think this last year is like posting get ready with me's with stories behind them because that really like you get to watch a get ready with me and you get to hear this crazy story.
The attention span is so short.
Yeah, you kind of have to pick your battles, but like I was saying, like it's really good that you're kind of building like a friendship almost with your followers.
Okay.
Instead of just being a business, like just being like, here's my podcast, watch it now, follow, subscribe, like
well, like, and it's also too like everybody has a podcast now. Like it became so saturated, and being someone who isn't already famous or like on a whatever, you're really starting with like nothing to work with, and so just putting out a podcast that like everyone's already has their go-to podcast, it's like a little, I think, more difficult to like get that traction.
Having a niche is very important with your podcast. And I don't live by niches because I used to very much. I would like put myself in this bubble. And then once I started posting on TikTok, I was like, wait, I want to post this and this and this and this. So I was like, I don't really care. I'm going to post whatever. And I think niches are important though when it comes to like podcasts and stuff, because you're gonna create these listeners, or you're not creating them, but you're gaining these listeners, and so they're gonna follow you because they watched a podcast. Let's say they watched last podcast where you're talking about businesses and that kind of like the jewelry and all that kind of stuff. So they followed you because of that. They want to see more of you talking to small businesses. They want to see you talking to more businesses. But then when you go, the next podcast is going to talk about like something random, like love or whatever, right? You kind of have to narrow down a niche, and I do think yours is fairly under like lifestyle. You just talk about like life in itself.
I think so too. When the podcast first started, it was like interview. That's all we wanted. And then the person I was doing it with didn't want to contribute anymore, which was fine. So I was like, okay, I had never done an interview without that person. And I was like, I don't know how to like do this by myself. I know I can do it, but I don't feel like ready enough. So I'm going to start posting by myself. Yeah. And while, of course, some people appreciated that, the other people were like, hey, this is great, but we want interviews. Yeah. Like, we want you talking to other people. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I need to just do it. Yeah. And now I've done, this is my third interview this week, which is very exciting. And I still want to do those solo episodes sometimes, like, especially the advice sessions. People write those in, you know, and I love doing that. I think those are so fun. But I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, the interviews. Yes. Yeah, I would say that's like my niche, right? Yeah. The topic, I don't know. But the interview, yes.
I think having a thing that would really build your podcast is, I think every podcast has a special thing about it. So like I listen to Therapists.
Oh my God, me too. We're the same.
I've seen him twice in like person. I've met him too.
Yeah, I saw. And I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Shout out Jake Shane.
I was gonna go to the Dr. Phillips show.
It was so
I ended up not going. And when I decided I wasn't going, that's when he was like, Alex Earl is coming. I literally called it Michelle. Michelle's one of my roommates. She knows I called it.
I literally said he was gonna bring her, but I didn't have tickets till day of because I saw him in Nashville because me and my mom went to Nashville to go see Shawn Mendes because that is my ride or die, my husband. Don't tell my boyfriend. I got tickets for the Family and Friends show, and conveniently, Jake Shane was also in Nashville the day before I saw Shawn, and we were there, and that show was sold out. Like no tickets to be seen. I went to the box office; they didn't have any, so I posted an Instagram that was like, "Jake Shane, let me in," and then he literally DM'd me and was like, "Here's some tickets, babe. Like, have fun." And I was the perfect seat possible. Like, it was like not the front row, but a couple seats back, so it was a little elevated. And I was directly in the middle. So like I could have probably made him straight. Like we could have probably fell in love. I'm joking.
I'm in shock. Yeah. I have been watching him since day one. When he announced he was coming up with a podcast, I was like, oh my God. Yeah. I've gotten a little bit behind, but me too. I'm obsessed with him. And I've talked about him on the podcast before in previous episodes.
My favorite podcast ever. Me and too. I love it so much. I love it. And like hearing it live was so fun.
That's insane.
But back to what I was saying.
I don't even know what we were talking about. Jake Shane, and I'm like, yes.
Jake Shane. Yes. But like Jake Shane, I think a reason why I love Therapists so much is because there's so much uniqueness about it.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you know, he has like the little things he does with all of his special guests, like how he does the Polaroids and stuff, and having like a cute little border, something like that to like show your guests like who you're doing is so fun.
Okay,
and
smart.
It gets you so excited to watch the episode.
Okay, yeah.
And then, you know, through his podcast, he does the Tell Me What's Wrong.
Right.
And that I think also is why it's like gained so much popularity because like people can literally send in like, you know, like you said, people send in your advice and people do that. And like he could literally call them. And it's such a fun thing because people will be like, oh my God. And then like send it in and like they'll send them in because they think like they're going to get chosen.
Right.
So you gain more like people to do it. And so I think definitely adding something to your podcast that like shows uniqueness. Your thing is Rain. It's like,
right, yeah.
So is that like your last name?
That's my middle name.
Middle name.
I never go by my last name. One, nobody can pronounce it right. And two, Ava Rain just sounds better than Ava Paglia, I think. Thank you.
They're both cute.
Thanks, Mom, for the middle name. So yeah, I've built it off of that. And my name and
literally same though. I don't go by my last name.
Yeah.
And so like, okay, so you could do like, sorry guys, my brain is not, I'm not a morning person.
I think it's hard. I think it is kind of difficult.
Like, so Morning Rain, you can have midway through the segment like a thunderstorm or like a rainstorm and like have it like, and then that's where you do like advice, or you could do something different. Like people do advice and you can have your advice episodes, but like something else, what's raining on you right now or like what, something like that. Yeah. Like,
guys, she's good. Hire her for real.
I have such like, I think it's just my mind. Like, I am a Pisces, and I know you are a fellow Pisces. So, like, our minds are so creative. And they're always running. And, like, I'm always thinking of something, a business but I could be, like, literally eating at Chick-fil-A, and I could be like, they need to do this. And, like, they would never know because I'm, like, sitting there literally eating my chicken nuggets. But, like, that's where my brain goes. My brain has turned into such, like, a creative strategist. And so, like, you could do, like, what's raining on me right now. You could do even where it's, like, it's not necessarily people ask, but, like, do just, like, what's raining on me. Like, you could do, like, right now, like, I'm, you know, blah, 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 or, like, blah, 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 blah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. Or, like, the advice, ask people what's raining on you in every episode. And then when you have your guests, kind of going off a therapist. I'm sorry, Jake Shane.
Yeah, sorry. You're like our muse.
Yeah,
you're our
literally. I should have worn my therapist shirt.
Oh my God, stop.
But, like, literally, even just, like, having your guests, like, help you kind of, like, pick, like, people's questions and stuff that, like, kind of resonate with your guests. So just say, like, you did one today, and, like, there's people being like, I run a small boutique in Orlando, like, but I'm struggling with social media. That's where you'd be like, okay, what's raining? We'll go into the rain, and we'll do what's raining on me, and then you'll ask the question, and I'll kind of answer and just be like, this is how you'd help. So having something like that also, and then you can post those clips. Every podcast, you could kind of do, like, a clip, make, like, a little cute, like, graphic or whatever, where it's like the rain, what's raining on me today, after the podcast is out for a little bit, because you don't want to spoil it, then you can post the clip of so and so asked this, and then have, like, the little clip.
Smart.
Yes.
This is kind of off topic.
No,
I just
you're
want to tell you, I won a Jake Shane blanket. Do you know? Okay, he was, like, under a million followers. It was probably, like, maybe less than 500,000 or around that number. And he was doing a giveaway. It was when he had just released merch, and he's like, "I'm giving away 50 free, whatever. Do this," and I did it, and he was like, "You won a blanket," and I was like,
"Period,
you're lying." So thank you, Jake Shane, for everything you've given us. Yes. Tickets, comfort.
You're the reason why we're here today.
Love him.
As far as your podcast, I think you're doing amazing.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'm really trying, guys.
No, you're doing so good. And, like, just be consistent and like, kind of have, like, I don't know if you have a scheduling post, like, right now?
Don't. Okay. So, like, episodes come out every Monday. That's what I try to do. If it's not a podcast episode, it will be, like, a vlog or something, like you said, building that friendship, giving other alternatives to what people can watch to see what does really well. As for, like, the clips I use from the podcast and stuff, like, I just post when I feel it.
I think as far as posting, that's fine. But, like, when it comes to your podcast, I think having a consistent schedule. So, like, if you want to post twice a week, do, like, Mondays and Saturdays or Mondays and Fridays. Just so, like, instead of, like, posting randomly, post in a schedule so people can be like, okay, morning rain is coming on today, like, at this time, like, super excited. And then again, just be consistent with, like, when it comes out, and as you do, because I saw you were posting earlier, like, some, like, questions, and, like, that you may not get so many because I go through that, like, I post so many and I don't get any. I'll, like, send myself ones.
Fakes. No, I'm just kidding.
But, like, those still, like, even though nobody might respond, one day somebody will. And so having it is so, like, you're engaging with people, and people love when to engage. Just, like, posting, like, who should I bring on my podcast? Even like,
that's a good idea too.
Fun little things. And the main thing is, like, you're being a person, you're not being a business, which you are a business, but if you are so, like, business, like, it's just, people are, it's just, like, okay, well, you obviously want the money, you obviously want the views, like, and that's why I think your little TikToks and stuff are also so fun, because you're a person, you're just a girl, like, you're being you, which is, like, the funnest thing. And so people will listen to your podcast because, like, how you are, and so, like, okay, you watch Love Island, yes, I'm gonna watch my podcast. And so yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I'm so glad I could have you on. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for commuting to the Orange County Public Library. It's awesome. Please let me know your thoughts, opinions, and feelings. I have listed all your socials. Go check her out. She's amazing. I will see you guys next Monday. And yeah, do you have anything to say or no?
You need to listen to her podcast because it's amazing.
Thank you.
And I'm so grateful that you let me come on and talk about SoCal.
Yes.
And thank you.
Let's say bye on 3 together. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Bye.